And I give the call to the honourable member for Kennedy.
Prime Minister, your key role in copper string created 4 world-class vanadium mines, ensured at Hughenden Forest of Twiggy Forest wind farms. Hughenden HIPCO micro-thread irrigated pasture scheme creates a protective barrier enabling the rehabilitation and flowering on what is now degraded and eroded prickly tree and pig-infested wasteland. Isn't a meeting of Twiggy, HIPCO, Stephen Miles and your brilliant and gifted Tanya Plibersek needed to turn a population of 1,000 into 20,000 owner-operator, owner-occupier, farmers, contractors and journeymen, a thriving heartland?
Order. Just made it. Give the call to the Prime Minister. Order. Members on my right. The Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I agree with all of the sentiments expressed by the member for Kennedy. And I add one.
Leader of the Opposition.
And I add one,
Order.
which is that he has played an extraordinary role in representing his community over projects like Copper String, over projects around Hughenden. I visited the electorate of the member for Kennedy to look at what's called the Big Kennedy and Little Kennedy wind farm projects, to look at the solar project driving with hydro out of an old gold mine as well that's been so extraordinarily successful. And I even visited, braved the Hughenden pub there with the member for Kennedy to meet with all of the locals and to have a community meeting. I risked my life by sitting in the wrong seat of someone who was 7'8" tall. Can I say to the member for Kennedy that I agree with him, and I have a long-standing interest as well in the Hughenden irrigation scheme. It is a proposal that's been developed. The Minister for Water, the brilliant Tanya Plibersek, is happy to meet with stakeholders and the Queensland Government to discuss the irrigation needs. And this project would provide around 11,000 hectares of irrigated agricultural area. The Queensland Government have written to ask how we consider funding for pre-construction activities, which we have now delivered. And I understand that the Queensland Government has recently announced a review of the Gulf Water Plan. My government will continue to work constructively with the Queensland Government and the member for Kennedy to invest in water infrastructure that considers the region as a whole. We are investing in Queensland water infrastructure projects, Paradise Dam near Bundy in Queensland, Cairns Water Security, Mount Morgan Water Supply Project, strategic planning for improving water security, additional funding between Big Rocks Weir, and groundwater improvement and water efficiency in the lower Burdekin. We are investing in water infrastructure, which is so important, particularly with the changing climate. What we're seeing is floods, but then droughts, often in the same regions as well. We need to make sure that we have adaptation going forward as well. That's something that's understood by the member for Kennedy, and I look forward to working with him to promote further investment into Queensland water infrastructure.